everyone, my name is Pratik Tamre and today we are at the India Gold Conference 2025 here in Delhi. I have Mr. Terance from Refinery here. Hello sir, welcome to our conference once again, and this is the second year we are having this seminar. So welcome to that as well, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite to be once more part of this illustrious event.
Thank you so much, sir. If you can just tell us about the Refinery's ESG initiatives, as you are a very technical person and you deal with the ESG part at Refinery. If you can just tell us the initiatives at Refinery related to ESG especially.
Thank you very much for the question. At Refinery, we do focus on the ESG a lot, but I think more emphasis is spent on the social. If I can run through very quickly on the E part of it, is that we do focus on the decarbonization. Since the last time when we were here, we did commission a 4.5 megawatt solar farm, whereby we're trying to use the African sun to refine and fabricate our product. So far, that it has helped us to reduce our carbon footprint by 8.5 kilotons of CO2 equivalent. And then with regards to that, we also looked at the water, because water is a scarce commodity, whereby we looked at the recycling events, stop the leakages and everything. We are particularly proud that our water footprint on site has dropped. We have managed to drop from a baseline of 72,000 kiloliters to be about 56,000 kiloliters in a space of 3 years. So when we look at the 5-year forecast, which will land us to 2029, 2030, we'll have saved at least 44% of water net saving. With regards to waste, we're looking at the waste. We are partnering with other people to make sure that all our waste is completely recycled. We're also participating in circular economy to make sure that we partake in that, so that the demand for fresh ore or produce is minimized, so that future generation can benefit. In terms of biodiversity, we partner with the local authorities, whereby we're planning to donate about 600 indigenous trees. So far, we've passed the halfway mark on that since we started the program 3 years ago. We're excited around that. We also donate solar lights to local schools for kids so that they can use solar lights and do their studies. And then if I can come to the social part, which is very key for us, on the social part, we start with the health and safety records, whereby we are fortunate that for the last 3 years, no one was injured as a result of operation. Recently, we celebrated surpassing 6 million human hours of not having a lost time injury. So we're excited around that. We've implemented a wellness strategy that has got 8 dimensions. All those dimensions work together to make sure on the well-being and the wellness of our associates so that they can continue to produce. With that, the biggest part for us is around education. We've got various elements in education, whereby it's not only located in the Gauteng region where we operate. We support schools across the country, in the 9 provinces in the country. We partner with certain people to make sure that the theme of education, a lot of people benefit. Education for us is the core of everything. It is driven through our CE, Mr. Pravin Bajnath, and as well as the executive team. Maybe just to run through some of the initiatives, we support primary school and high school education, whereby we sponsor, give stationery, give what we call STEM packs, whereby kids can learn more in terms of the scientific languages. We're trying to promote that education. And then with regards to post-matric, which is our senior certificate in high school, we looked at first the kids that have got historical debt at university. We've covered for those. I think this program started this year. We've covered we spent about 1.1 million rand to pay historical debt for 18 students so that they can continue with their education. With regards to the primary school and high school events, we're looking at about 3,000 plus beneficiaries in the schools that we've selected across the 9 provinces in the country. Also, what we do is that because South Africa is known to have a high unemployment, we've partnered with some of the equivalent so-called jewelers to make sure that people can beneficiate the gold. We've spent about 9 million in revamping some of the infrastructure, making metals available for some of the jewelers to make sure that they can have the access to metal. Besides that, we also provide route to market that they can give and sell their products. The other initiative that we have, we also employ what we call unemployed youth to come and learn skills for a period of 3 years so they can be marketable. I'm proud that with this event, we had about plus 30 that came on site to come and learn. And then when they, after the period come, they are easily marketable. They can go to any industry. And some of them, we do retain them to keep the talent. So we are particularly proud of that as well. And then the very last one, in terms of communities, we partner with communities, especially whereby we provide, as I said from earlier, from the schools, we improve infrastructure to the schools, we promote health so that kids can be healthy and run around. So yeah, we are particularly proud of some of those initiatives around community involvement, partnering with schools.
So you spoke about the solar farms and reducing the carbon footprint,
Yes.
as well as using a little bit less water than you actually do.
Yes.
So how cost efficient is it in the perspective of a business, and how labor intensive are these projects at Rand Refinery?
I must say first, in terms of cost, there is business sense to invest in solar farm, whereby we started to quantify the amount of energy saving, because if we have got solar power, so our demand for electricity supply has reduced. We started seeing that, we commissioned the solar farm February this year. We have seen that at the end of April or May, we have seen a net saving of 5.6 million in terms of power demand that we have reduced by. That excludes that if we were to have a new installation, we are thinking that by 2029, our net power reduction will have reduced by, let's say, 30%. So far it was 24% in terms of saving. In terms of water, for us, we have seen a significant improvement. And remember, with recycling water, it also promotes efficient recovery, because it means that some of the metals that will form part of the effluent now are being recycled. So overall it improves with our net recovery.
Coming to ESG again, what do you think are the initiatives that have been changed at Rand Refinery since the last maybe 2-3 years, as ESG has become a very important element in the gold industry since I think 2-3 years now? What are the initiatives that have changed in Rand Refinery, and how is ESG become a very important aspect in your business?
I think for us, ESG, it has strengthened our operations. We started to look at the issues, the emerging themes. It has made us to refocus and do things better for the business and to make sure that we're sustainable. We had to look at what type of industry we're at and keep on focusing that we remain as a business for the next 100 years. We celebrated our centenary not so long ago. In our focus with the ESG, we want to be in existence for the next 100 years. That encourages us. Again, when we did the exercise, we saw that responsible sourcing for us is key. The gold that we have and silver that we intake must come from responsible sourcing. So that has made us to continue with that approach, to redouble our focus, to partner with anyone that we can partner with, not only from the South African space, but across the geographies where we want to operate. And again, to promote responsible sourcing. So we do provide education through various forums to make sure that we share the knowledge around responsible sourcing. The other part, again, that I forgot to mention on the ESG is the governance part of it, that we are very pro for it, that we also advise if the authorities want to learn more about tracing of gold. We do have our own program on fingerprinting to make sure that if a metal comes, we can easily track its base by chemical composition, where it comes from. And also what we are promoting as well, that if people buy mine gold, because we're a mine gold country, that it contributes to the development of communities upstream. So that's why in this conference through our CE, I'm proud that we'll be launching a product called Rand Pure. That will be our signature product that is fully traceable. Our gold is fully traceable, and we demonstrate that by buying mine gold, it benefits communities across upstream and downstream. The government can have entity that they know that it pays its taxes, community benefits, and the communities that are mineral resource endowed, they can also benefit with the mining companies that are providing infrastructure development and uplifting this community.
Product about Rand Pure, which you were just mentioning about, is that mainly coming from large scale mines, or ASMs are involved in it as well?
For us, it's going to start off with the type of resources that we get. Mainly, we are a refining mining company, so we can easily provide that traceability. But we do partake with the industry bullion initiatives like we do partake with the World Gold Council, whereby we're trying to provide solutioning around, if possible, ASM. There is a program called X-Trace that is led by the World Gold Council. We are part of that. Through our sourcing department and our technical department, we're trying to offer solutioning for that. Our refining is also rebased to make sure that it can do streaming on that. So we have not yet attracted that, but it's something that we're looking forward to. So this is the event that our CEO will take you through in the next couple of days to say what we're doing on it. But we're excited that we can provide that and offer such solutions to the market, that we eliminate any illicit flows and promote good markets of precious metals.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
this
you.
opportunity. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.